What's up, nerd family? We are exactly, 20...
I gotta count down my
23?
watch.
He's got a bunch of different countdowns.
Nice.
We gotta count down when we get our new phones.
Come on. It's live, buddy. Come on.
I know where the F is. It's right here. 22 hours, 4 minutes, and 15 seconds as of right now.
All right. So there you go, guys. We are 22 hours away from Crisis. The moment has come. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I watched Arrow with him, so he was caught up on that. And my gosh, I don't even watch the show, and I teared up because I knew enough that it was amazing.
So, so this is our final Crisis.
What's up, William?
What's up, William?
Caleb says, "Crisis is coming." It's like that guy that rode it on the horse, and he's like, "The British are coming."
I feel like how Barry was at the end of the episode, how he had his watch and he had the countdown, just until it hit midnight. It's like, that's how I feel like with Crisis.
But see, that's the thing though too, is watching Arrow was funny because it's like each of our shows that we're watching, it's like they turn and the sky turns red, and it's like, but because they also had the Harbinger who came through and says Crisis is starting, and it was just so interesting to kind of see how they're all. I guess the reason why Arrow made me tear up was because it's like we've seen Barry. We saw how she's like not ready to say goodbye. He thinks that he's going to be the sacrifice, and then you go and watch Arrow, and he knows what's going to happen and what he's saying to his kids, and how he said, I'm doing this to save you.
Yeah.
And she's mad at, and so it's like all these things that were just like, as a parent, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's like Oliver saying. He said, "I'm not doing this to leave you guys. I'm doing this to save you guys."
Yeah. Which is like, it was just amazing.
Yeah. So.
Caleb says it's not time.
What's up? Not
Sorrow.
Not Sorrow. Welcome. It's my first time ever watching Batwoman. Good luck with that.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Just good luck with that. It's I don't know. Batwoman is kind of interesting because it's not
I started watching the other episodes to catch up.
Yeah, and Batwoman's not horrible. It's not as
the way you feel is it's not bad, but it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's not as political as Supergirl is, and like that way as
Gabe
people
Smith said, "I can't wait."
As people want to make it out to be. Yeah. It just hasn't been very well done.
The only thing that I'd say I don't like about Batwoman so far is it's just she seems just very vague about everything and is mad at everything so far.
Yeah, she's just angry, right?
Even in the teaser we got today, she was still kind of mad at that.
Yeah, and the thing is that will only get you so far as a character. You can't just be mad at everybody all the time.
Derek just said hashtag long live Barry Allen.
Heck yeah. So let's talk about a couple things, couple theories. Getting ready.
Caleb agrees with you.
Because what's that?
He says I watched Batwoman in the beginning. It wasn't terrible. Just didn't feel necessary.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like I know they're hyping her up because she's the Batman for this Crisis, right? Even though we've got Batman, she's representing Bat because you got Supergirl,
What's up, Steve?
Supergirl, Superman.
He says,
Flash.
"Hello, all. I'll just sit here and eat popcorn."
Awesome, Steve. So the thing is that I get why she's there, but it doesn't feel like she's earned her place in there, and I don't really know what she brings to the table that is so amazing for Crisis.
I feel like since they said we were getting Elseworlds, I felt like we should have gotten her season last year to be okay, we're getting her, now she's in Elseworlds. Okay, and now we're going to set up her even more before Crisis. It's not, okay, you get in Elseworlds, we're going to set up a little bit before Crisis, and then there's
Because she's literally only had a couple episodes. But I'm not going to dwell on that, because I don't think that's important.
No.
But here's something cool, and a little theory, and this may be fanboying out or whatever. But guys, I want you to take a look, if you're able to take a close look right now, wherever you're watching this, at that picture that came out of the death of Superman.
Do you want me to pull it up?
You can pull it up, yeah, you can pull it up. Of the death of Superman. because there's something interesting
Can you pull
about
up my
this.
big screen there?
I had not heard this theory until last night, and we've all talked about that there are probably going to be a lot of things in Crisis.
This one?
Yeah, that one right there. There's probably going to be a lot of things in Crisis that we don't know about, cameos and stuff. I'm almost. I guarantee you that there's going to be tons of cameos and things that we have not heard about, seen, nobody has said a word about, none of that stuff until
Leah
now.
Harris says, "What's up, everyone?"
What's up?
Because there's definitely gonna be a lot of scenes that are gonna be shot
What
like
were you
in
showing?
studios or like on sets.
So this photo right here, right? So this photo right here, it's a popular photo now. Make sure that you guys can all see the photo that I'm talking about. But so this Death of Superman photo, you take a look. I know you can't really see. Get a little bit closer here.
Yeah, it's just the focus.
Yep. So that Death of Superman photo, pull it up if you can. If you have another device that you
It's
can.
in the trailer from last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that.
So
trailer.
I get it that it's and this could be nothing, but I'm just saying this could be something.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously was it Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane?
Yep.
Right. But we've been wondering about this cape, right? So we got this cape part here that's got the yellow S
It
on it.
looks like the cape from Krypton.
Yeah, it does look like the cape from Krypton a little bit. Actually, you know what it looks like? If you ever played with Superpowers action figures back in the 80s, it's the exact same thing because that's the only S that we've ever had that's like got the S outlining in red behind it like that, that big. So because that's not the Christopher Reeve cape. But here's the thing. I don't even know if it's a cape because it doesn't really look like a cape.
Seeing it now, like paused, and like seeing like a photo of it, it kind of looks like too wide to be a cape.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a cape. I don't know. It doesn't really look like a cape, but it is whatever it is. But if you go really close on Superman's face, that does not look like Tyler Hoechlin. Tell me that looks like Tyler Hoechlin.
No, it does not.
That does not look like Tyler Hoechlin, folks.
Zoomed out it does, but zoomed up it does.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they show it, and I think everybody just kind of assumes, oh, it's Tyler.
Because she's over him.
Like I said, this could be nothing, but I heard a rumor, and if you go right now and you look up current pictures of actor Gerard Christopher, that looks exactly like Gerard Christopher. And I'm telling you right, this little part right here by his temple, that is Gerard Christopher's. I'm gonna show you guys because I sent you guys.
Because that's not Heckler.
Yeah, because I sent you guys.
He doesn't have the widow's peak.
You know what? I can't pull it up on text because this isn't a working phone. But if you
I
pull,
like Leah's answer too. She says, "I can't wait to see Barry's reaction when he sees Oliver's future child, Mia."
But here's the thing:
Oh,
if you
yeah,
pull that up,
Barry doesn't.
Gerard Christopher. If you don't know who Gerard Christopher is, Gerard Christopher played Superboy in the show The Adventures of Superboy or Superboy back in the 80s.
What you sent
Yeah.
us.
Okay. Yeah. And so this is him. Look at that hairline.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Look at that hairline.
Goes all the way
Is
back.
that the
to
dude
up
we
here.
met at Comic Con?
No, we have
No.
not met Gerard Christopher
Oh,
yet.
I thought that was
Gerard, that's Gerard Christopher, folks. That's exactly who that looks like. If you look at it, it's exactly who that looks like.
It does.
If you turn that,
It does.
I'm not saying it's definitely him. I'm just saying from looking at this and now. And the thing is then I
Yes,
heard,
we did, Derek.
and then I
Holy
heard a
cow.
rumor. Then I heard a rumor that they were looking to get one of the guys at least who played Superboy in the '80s TV show, live action TV show, to come back and reprise the role. Here's the thing about Gerard Christopher. Gerard Christopher actually got the role of Superman after he played Superboy on the show Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of
Oh,
Superman.
Yeah, you told me about this before.
But he actually got the part. They gave it to him. He was all set to play it. Then, because they said, you are perfect for this role. You're awesome, Gerard. And Gerard nails the role. He's going to be on a major, ABC TV show. All of a sudden, they go back and they start looking at his resume and they're like, well, wait a second. You've already played this character. You played Superboy for 3 seasons. And he's like, well, yeah, I thought you knew that. That was on my resume. And they're like, well, we can't cast you now to play Superman. It'll confuse people.
Yeah.
And so they actually fired Gerard Christopher and hired Dean Cain. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that'd be cool. And that's a cool theory that I saw, and I'm...
Caleb said
I'm
the
stoked for
second
it.
Superboy, to be precise, the first season had
Yes.
a different actor.
John Newton. John Newton was the first Superboy. Yeah, because there were 4 seasons of Superboy. Gerard Christopher played Superboy in the last 3 and was much better than John Newton.
Steve said, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, John Newton. He looked way more boyish than Gerard Christopher. I mean, by the end, Gerard Christopher was quite older and actually looked more like Superman. But of course, the costume was designed after his costume actually was designed after Christopher Reeve's costume instead of the one that John Newton had in season 1.
Darth Taste just said, what's up, guys?
What's
And
up, Darth
Steve said,
Tasty?
yo, Darth, my homie, what's up, yo? And Gabe just said, I love your channel and you're the... And that's all it says.
Ooh, hey.
Unless he meant theory.
Or maybe you click send in the middle of typing something.
Yeah, it's true.
Or me,
But he says, I love your channel.
well, thank you. Appreciate that. We love you. So, anyways, that's just something that I thought was cool.
Hail Caesar should have said Hail Tasty.
I would love to see that. I want to see as many cameos in this thing as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I want to see stuff that we have
It
never
was
even.
your theories, I was right.
I want to see stuff that we've never even thought of before. You know what I mean? Like seriously, I want to see ideas and thoughts and people in this thing that you're just like, what? They actually did that? Holy crap! I can't believe that they did that. I mean, I would love to see stuff like what's his name, Chris O'Donnell, show up as a Robin. That would be, or as Dick Grayson. That'd be cool.
Caleb just says they messed up. As much as I love Dean Cain, they could have continued the continuity of the Superboy show and given the show a deeper lore
They
that I
could've.
desperately needed in the beginning.
Yep.
And then Kalia said, I don't want Barry and Oliver to die in Crisis, with 3 crying emojis.
So here's my
Jack
theory.
Strange said 90s Flash theory.
Yeah. So here's my theory. Obviously our Barry's not going to die.
Yeah.
He's not going to die. They're not going to kill him because that show's not going anywhere for at least another 2 years, if even that.
Yeah.
But so I don't think we have anything
Joseph
to.
Gordon-Levitt show up as Nightwing or Robin.
Oh, that'd be cool
That was
too.
from Wicked Steve.
That'd be cool. But no, so I think we're pretty safe there that Grant Gustin's not going to die. I feel that John Wesley Shipp's Flash
Yeah, you've been saying
is
that.
going to sacrifice himself somehow. He's going to be the Flash that
The Flash
dies
sacrifice.
in this. Because
Yeah.
let's be honest with
The
you.
Flash
How many
replace.
times has John Wesley Shipp made us feel something and cry during the time of the show? Right? He always has these moments with Barry, right? And we have not had
Or versions of him with
ever
Barry.
since Barry's dad died.
Yeah.
We haven't had a really good moment between John Wesley Shipp and Grant Gustin. We always used to get
in the
these
jail. You were getting them a little bit.
We used to always get these really intense, like fatherly moments between Grant Gustin and John Wesley Shipp, and we haven't had a lot of that. I mean, ever since they made him Jay Garrick.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you get a little bit of it. You get a little taste, but it's not as intense as it was. I would love to get an intense passing of the torch kind of deal, where John Wesley Shipp's The Flash from Earth 90 literally does that passing of the baton to Barry, to our Barry, to Grant Gustin, and then sacrifices himself in that. Now,
Derek just says they need to bring a crap load of other versions of the Arrowverse characters.
right? Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, and that's easy to do. You can just like make a different costume or do a different thing and change a little bit of thing, and all of a sudden it's something different.
Like put Barry in like the
He
the
said
Adam
they're
suit, or like
accept
put like
Earth
Steve
X.
Amell in the Adam suit. They can
Right?
easily do that.
I mean, that's what they did last year on
Elseworld.
Elseworlds. They all they did was switch Arrow and the Flash, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you have a story, right?
Yeah.
So that's one. I don't think that our Barry is going to die. I think it's going to be John Wesley Shipp's thing. But here's my other thing. And this may not be popular. You may disagree with me. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't think that Oliver's going to die. I think that Oliver will somehow not be around for the show to continue. But I don't think that Oliver's going to die in Crisis.
He actually has a theory that he'll mention too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel that Oliver's going to die. I feel that they're going to give Oliver a send up. I think one, because all of us expect him to die, the way that they've kind of set it up, because we know that the show's ending. So he must die, right? Crisis. He made a deal with the Monitor. It must be for his life. Whatever. I think the switch is going to be that John Wesley Shipp's Flash sacrifices him and becomes the life that gets substituted
For Barry Allen.
Yeah, for Barry Allen, right? Not.
Oh wait, isn't John Wesley Shipp's Flash Barry Allen? Barry Allen though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's Barry Allen. So
Yeah.
Barry Allen will die, and that the Flash will die. So everything that they're saying is correct. The Flash has to die.
Yeah.
The Flash will die, but it'll be John Wesley Shipp's. But so. And if that happens, if he substitutes himself for Grant Gustin's Flash, our Oliver doesn't have to die. That doesn't necessarily have to be the switch that he made. It may be something else where our Oliver has to sacrifice something else that's precious to him so that he's not around. That maybe he goes on to do
Well,
something else on a universal
That's
my
part of
scale.
his theory.
Yeah, that he does
I
something.
think you'll actually
okay.
agree with Isaac's
Okay,
theory.
okay, that he does, and we haven't talked about this.
Yeah.
So, but that he becomes something much more in that.
We haven't talked
And
about it
s-
because we want a natural reaction.
Yeah.
What you think, Isaac? What
Yeah,
you hear from
and
him.
so that's kind of my thoughts on that, is that because we get 2 more episodes of Arrow
Yeah. Well,
Before it
well,
ends.
before it all ends.
Well, no.
After
we get
Crisis.
Crisis, and then we get one more Arrow.
Or is it just one more Arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Crisis is gonna be episode 9 for Arrow,
Okay.
and we only get 10.
And it hits you in the feels, man. Today, even Isaac was like, "I'm not ready for this."
Okay. So those are just a couple of my final thoughts on this and theories and stuff that I would like to see without going into crazy just made up stuff.
And real quick, I'm just going to read through some of their comments. Caleb said Chris O'Donnell apparently, according to rumors, asked to appear in the crossover, but he wasn't thrilled about it only being a cameo and backed out.
Why would here's the thing. Why would you assume, if that's true, and I'm not and who knows, right? But why would you assume that you were just going to walk on to somebody else's show and play a major role? That is,
Cameo is what you'd be hoping for.
if that's true, that's the dumbest thing I've heard yet. Because that is stupid. That's just dumb. That's like I have nothing to do with this show, never been on the show, never have anything to do with the show. I played Robin in 2 movies, probably the 2 worst Batman movies ever made, and now I'm on TV on a different show. I deserve to come onto your show and be prominently featured because I'm Chris O'Donnell. Get out of here with that crap. You know what, Robin? Yeah, you can stay in the Batcave. Because holy rusted metal Batman, that's stupid. That's
Derek
dumb.
said-
If that's true.
Derek
that's
said
true.
every Earth except X. Jeremy said, I just want to know who they are going to be fighting besides the Anti-Monitor. And Gabe said the demons. Caleb said, according to the TV spots, it appears they're fighting time wraiths as well as the Anti-Monitor.
Yeah.
And Gabe says that looks like ghosts.
You know, say what I was thinking. The things that they're fighting is either time wraiths or those shadow people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm only in the second comic right now, but the people that show up at the end of the first comic, I think it could be either them or, like Caleb said, time wraiths.
Derek said the worst decision CW did was kill off Captain Cold.
Yep.
Jeremy says agreed. At least we have Earth X1. I'd like to see that 90s Flash had a wife and kids. Is what Jack Strange said.
What was that?
Darth Tasty said, my girlfriend's away for the weekend, so I actually have you guys streaming on my 65-inch TV.
Nice.
Never done that before with YouTube. It's kind of cool. It's like you guys are sitting right across from me.
That's awesome. So hey, Darth Tasty, you make us a cup of coffee.
Pop the popcorn.
Since we're here in your home and everything, that's awesome. How's the quality? That's the better question.
It'll actually be better in 2 weeks.
For live
because
streams.
We're getting new phones. We're upgrading our phones. He is getting a bigger sized phone, so you might have to wait longer. But it's going to be worth it because your cameras is what's used.
Yeah.
So we upgrade for us, but we also upgrade for you, so you're welcome. Derek says, don't you dare bring Earth X into this, Jeremy. And Derek said, hey, Batwoman or Batman Forever wasn't terrible.
No, and look,
And
okay,
then
yeah, you know
I
what?
got a couple more.
So let me. Who said that?
Derek.
Derek. Okay, Derek. You know what? I'll give you that.
Darth said volume is decent.
I actually just watched Batman. The end of about halfway through Batman Forever this last week. Batman Forever, I take that back, is not horrible. You know what? It's not as good as 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you, Batman Returns is a little weird, to be honest with you. Like, I like it a lot.
The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Captain Freeze?
No, that's Batman and Robin. That's the last one. So I mean, those I love that series. Don't get me wrong, I love that series. But the first one is awesome. The second one is still really good, but it's a little weird. But at least it has Michael Keaton in there and those players and stuff like that. But then once Joel Schumacher got it, you got bat nipples, which is weird. But I love
rubber bat nipples.
I'll tell you what though, I love Chris
Bat
O'Donnell's.
nips.
Besides the bat nipples, I love Chris O'Donnell's costume in Batman Forever. It's a great costume.
Yeah.
It's a really good Robin costume, and I really dig it. Val Kilmer could have been fine. He was all right, and I'll tell you who looks smoking hot in that movie.
Not Fat Kilmer.
No, but you know who looks, and I don't say this very often, but holy cow, she was smoking hot in that movie. Was Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, and you're not a Kidman fan.
Oh my gosh. Man, you watched that movie, and then there was another movie that came out like that same exact time that she was in, when she had that kind of shoulder-length blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
She was smoking beautiful. I mean,
words you don't put together.
right?
Smoking beautiful.
Smoking beautiful, hot, whatever you want to call it.
She's pretty.
She's good looking. But no, so
Even Wookie's like, who are we talking about?
yeah, right. But no, she was great. It could have been better, but it wasn't horrible. And then you got Batman and Robin
Okay, so
with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Caleb says, oh, I totally called it last year that we'd get an adaptation of The Death of Superman and that we'd get a Superman and Lois show with Jonathan Kent the second. Wicked Steve said, hey Darth, that means you can see my witty comments to keep you company. Darth Tasty said, I am going to be lost watching Crisis. I haven't had time to watch most of the other shows. Yeah. Kalia said, Supergirl and Batwoman going to be best friends in this crossover event, just like Barry and Oliver are best friends.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looked like in the preview.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Doe said, I think 90s Flash will hang around in the show and Barry will sacrifice himself because he is the dad's doppelganger, which is what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
Says Wicked Steve said, am I decent too, Darth? Because he says the volume is decent.
Oh.
Caleb
Which
said,
is funny because I don't even have the microphone hooked up because I had to charge because we were doing this off from our
good.
phone. So I'm glad that the volume is decent because usually I've got a boom mic that we use, and I had to charge it, and I don't have the splitter that I have to be able to charge and the thing. So.
Caleb said, I also called that we'd get some kind of adaptation of The Reign of Superman, which we are technically getting with 3 or 4 different Supermen.
It'll be interesting to see how
Darth
that
said,
plays
I
out.
love Keaton as Batman. Gabe says, what's your favorite Flash suit? So hold on to that for a second so I get through some of these questions.
Okay.
I wonder if Batman Forever would have been better if Michael Keaton did Batman again.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it would have been better just in the fact that we would have had more continuity with it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think we would have felt more connected with it. Because anytime you switch, I mean, I hate that Hollywood acts like they can just switch out actors and we're just not going to notice and it doesn't mean anything to us, because that's crap. We get attached to certain people in certain characters. That's one of the things that I've always respected about Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman stayed with Wolverine through thick and thin, man. Through some good movies and through some really bad movies.
What's up, Alan?
But he stuck with it, and so and I appreciate it. And that's another thing that I appreciate about Henry Cavill, because as much as we have all this back and forth, will he, won't he stuff, Henry Cavill's come out on fire this week, just talking about, heck no, I want to be Superman.
Yeah.
Like I'm not wanting to go. I want to be Superman. You know, so that kind of stuff I respect. So I think that Batman Forever would have just been that much better had we gotten, because you know what, Jim Carrey at the time was a hot commodity, you know, and I think that Jim Carrey's,
now he's a hot mess.
Yeah, well, Jim Carrey's version of the Riddler was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And I liked it.
You would say it was an enigma.
Tommy Lee Jones, I think, was a mistake as Two-Face, because I wish that they would have kept Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about that the other night. You know, and I felt that they wrote him wrong, because they wrote him as the Joker, you know, just cackling and laughing and acting silly, and that's not Two-Face. Two-Face is very serious.
It's not me.
Very by the book, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some more to get through real quick. At Wicked Steve, Darth Tasty was saying yes.
I just don't know how you make Batman and Robin a better movie.
Tian Pierce said, I want to see Thea and Talia al Ghul appear in Crisis with some of their students from the class of heroes they are teaching. Gabe said his favorite Flash costume was season 6 or 4 so far. Kalia said, Batman is my favorite top 5 in DC Comics. Caleb said, well, I don't like Batman and Robin. I respect it. He wanted to do a campy callback to Adam West in the 50s and 60s whack comics.
Yeah. The only thing I don't really respect about that movie at all is I feel that, what's his name, who played Batman? George Clooney. I felt that he phoned the whole thing in. I didn't feel like he felt so out of place in his own movie. He was Batman, and he just felt out of place in his own movie. He played Batman literally Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer and everybody since plays Bruce Wayne, and they play Batman. And you can tell the difference between the two characters. George Clooney was like, hi, I'm Bruce Wayne, and I'm Batman. It was the same guy. It was like there was no difference whatsoever. And he's pulling out
Bale, where he's like, hey, I'm Batman, or I'm Bruce Wayne, and
hi, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, so he's pulling out Bat credit cards. He's, you know, it's like, what the heck are we watching
Darth
here?
Tasty said, sorry, I meant to ask that as a question. Am I going to be lost?
I don't think so. I think you'll catch on just fine, Darth Tasty. I think you'll be fine.
I feel like Crisis is going to be more of everybody's trying to save everything that they have rather than losing everything. Because I think that's going to be like a message like for Crisis.
And then Alan from across the seas said, hey
What's up, Alan?
fam, once again.
Good to see you, Alan. Haven't seen you in a while.
Jack Strange said favorite outfit from movies was from the 80s movies. Caleb says it happened with Rachel in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Nobody complained then.
What happened?
I don't know.
Rachel.
Sorry, I meant to ask a question. Am I going to be lost? Hey fam, favorite Alfred, Caleb. And then Alex says, what do you think of the Shadow Demons? Jeremy says, I can't pick a favorite Alfred. And Derek says, there's only one Alfred. It's the one from the Michael Keaton till the end of Batman and Robin. And did you guys hear about what Tommy Lee Jones said to Jim Carrey?
No, but that sounds like it's the beginning of a joke.
It does. So no, Derek, you need to give us the answer. And then Caleb now just said, George Clooney stated he was cast at the last minute.
Yep.
Val Kilmer was expected to reprise his role, and the script was written with him in mind. They had already started filming when Clooney got casted. Jack said the character change is what happened.
Yep.
No, that's all the questions answered.
Yeah, George Clooney is even. That's what I will respect that about George Clooney, because George Clooney's actually come out and said he doesn't like his role in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And you know what? And here's the thing: as bad as that movie is, and people talk about how it's like one of the worst. People call it one of the worst movies of all time. I still like it. I still enjoy watching it. If it's on TV, I'll still watch it. Every once in a while, I'll pop it on and watch it because it's a cool, fun movie from my childhood, from my teen years that I love still, and I watch it. Just the same as I still freaking watch Superman 4. Mm-hmm. If I can watch Superman 4, I can watch anything. I mean, you know, it's just we say these things about these movies, but I want to make clear that no matter how bad the movie is, it can still be good to you because it's still something like movies to me, and that's why like a lot of people will complain about me and say, Enosh, you just like everything. And here's the thing, I relate everything to a period of time, right?
Look at Steve even says, let's see how Robert Pattinson is going to do with the franchise.
It'll be interesting.
Derek says, it's not a joke. Jim Carrey saw Tommy Lee Jones at a restaurant and Jim went to talk to him and he told Tommy, Tommy told Jim that he was annoying man. I'm about to use my favorite line from Ant-Man. What an hat.
Oh.
So Jim Carrey tried to go talk to Tommy Lee and Tommy Lee snubbed him.
Well, I heard that Jim Carrey was pretty notorious back in those days for really annoying people and getting on people's nerves because
like he did it like on purpose.
Well, because look at the characters that he played. He played similar characters in every movie that he played for a while there.
Cable Guy.
The Cable Guy was weird, but I like Cable Guy actually.
I liked him also in Me, Myself, and Irene. He was weird and crazy.
Me, Myself, and Irene. Oh, that's taking it back. I haven't seen that movie in forever. But I mean, obviously Ace Ventura.
Oh yeah.
He had a certain, and in a lot of ways, Riddler has some of that Ace Ventura energy to it as well, and then he even brings a little bit of that into Liar Liar.
Yeah, that and also is it Bruce Almighty?
Oh yeah, Bruce Almighty was like a little bit of a callback to some of those sides, but by then he had become like more stable. He'd become more of a regular actor. Tell you what, you ever want to?
He started off on In Living Color, annoying and doing those different.
Let me show you something. Right?
Let's just say you're walking down the street.
You're walking down the street, and all of a sudden somebody's watching Batman and Robin. I don't know. It's just I get though. You ever want to see Jim Carrey in a very serious role? Watch The Number 23.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Whoa, that'll blow you away. Like the guy who's like talking with his butt cheeks is now in a very serious role. It's interesting.
Me, can I ask you a question?
Oh my gosh. But,
and then Caleb also says his Bruce Wayne is good, though you could say he was just playing himself as a Playboy millionaire.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is actually.
Derek says, "Oh, I didn't know he was annoying in real life."
Yeah.
Back then he was.
Yeah, back then at least he was. But but then of course he was with Jenny McCarthy for a long time, so you can imagine how that household was. Holy
oh my
cow.
gosh.
No, what's interesting is one of the parts that I never hear anybody talk about Batman Forever in that I always found interesting, and I've never heard anybody like discuss this. And you guys can tell me what you guys think. The scenes where Jim Carrey's Riddler wants to become Bruce Wayne and mimics Bruce Wayne, like has the exact same hairstyle, mannerisms, so he looks just like Val Kilmer. Like that's some amazing work that he does in those scenes where he is mimicking Bruce Wayne as a businessman when he is getting ready to sell the device that's supposed to suck all the stuff out of people's brains and stuff. He's very much, he looks like Val Kilmer, and he changes the whole demeanor.
Caleb just says, "Oh my gosh, did you guys hear about how when Nick Cage was screen testing for Superman in the 90s, they were talking about doing a Batman Superman team up with Val Kilmer?"
I've never heard that. But
before it gets too late, though, our Isaac needs to give his theory.
Okay, yeah, we got off on the Batman movies, but man,
you need to hear his theory on what he thinks is going to happen.
Favorite Flash suits though.
Yes.
Season 4 and so far season 6.
That's what Gabe says too.
Definitely season 4.
That's what Gabe says are his
To me,
favorites.
season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite suit so far.
Me too.
I'm trying to think of which theory to start off with first, like the Arrow one, the
I
Seventh
know.
Hero.
I feel like I should have a cup of tea, like Kermit the Frog over here.
No, because then Baby Yoda will eat that frog. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he eat a frog for a snack.
No, I'll start with the Oliver Queen one.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So, yeah.
that's the one that goes.
But yeah, they kind of confirmed that at the end of season 7 that Oliver's not like gonna like die.
Per se.
It's more of like you said, he's gonna be. It looks like he becomes like a cosmic being almost.
Yeah.
Because at the end of season 7, it shows that scene where Monitor goes to Oliver's house, or like he just appears in Oliver's house. It's like it's time, pretty much indicating Crisis is coming. You gotta help me. And then we got that scene of him saying goodbye to Felicity, and then leaving with the Monitor, and then it flashes forward to the future.
Because wasn't Mia a baby when he left?
Yeah. So it flashes forward to the future like they were doing last season.
And now she's in her 20s.
Yeah, and
that's what age she is helping in Crisis.
yeah, but it shows Felicity older, and she's looking down on Oliver's grave. So everyone's like, wait, is he like actually gonna die? And then all of a sudden the Monitor comes up right behind her, and he says, "Are you ready?" And she's like, and then she looks down at her ring and says, "I've been waiting for this for a long time." And then one of those portals opens up, and then she walks in.
And they think that's how it's gonna end.
So everyone's like, okay, so Oliver's physically not gonna die. It's more of like he's gonna go into like some like cosmic place, or like where the Monitor is.
Which would make him, you're thinking,
The Spectre.
which would still be able to continue that Arrowverse. It would still be a sacrifice because he wouldn't be himself anymore.
Yeah, he could still show up, but he has to stay, like, in that place.
He could be around, technically could he be around somehow to see his kids grow up?
Mm-hmm.
Which is one thing that they're struggling with because the kids don't want to say goodbye to their dad.
Yep.
Because literally he left them as a baby to go in the future with the Monitor, so he never got to see them grow up. So now the fact that he's about to sacrifice himself is what they're expecting. Now they're like, it's not fair. I never grew up with you. Now I still don't get to grow up with you. Where if he became the Spectre, he'd still be able to be around them and see them further, which would make so much sense. And I was like, oh, go Isaac.
Yeah.
So that's pretty smart of him, huh?
Because we know, because we know that he's gonna disappear and like be gone after Crisis.
Love you too, Wicked Steve.
See you, bro.
But it's not gonna be like, we're not gonna see him like get shot and like die, or he's not
Yeah,
gonna
Like
like,
a physical
or
death.
he's not
like
gonna
a
get something like
sacrifice.
stabbed like through the chest or something like that
Yeah.
and like die. We're not. I don't think we're gonna get something like that. It's gonna be something where
At
he
least we
just
hope not, or
disappears.
you're gonna bawl.
Yeah, or
We
it's gonna
need
be something.
Kleenex on our table.
Or it's gonna be something like where the the Monitor takes him away after Crisis is done.
Still gonna be a sacrifice though, because it would still
Yeah.
change his life. Ugh.
Man.
Isn't that crazy though? Wouldn't
That's
that be a good
theory.
idea?
That's a really good theory.
Mhm.
I mean, it changes who the Spectre is, but
Yeah.
but beyond that, I mean, I don't not see them doing that in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
You know, and making him something greater than he ever was. Because let's be honest with ourselves. Green Arrow is a bigger deal in the Arrowverse than he ever was in the comics. You know what I mean? Like, we all love Green Arrow. Don't get me wrong. Green Arrow's great. He's very important as a character, but he's never been this important.
But that one episode that I just watched with Isaac, that episode makes me want to go watch the entire show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalia just said Smallville Superman going to be in Crisis and Lois Lane too, but I want them to team up with the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love for them to team up with him. I just don't think it's going to
Yeah.
happen. I just don't think that that's going to end up happening.
I think it might a little bit, like for a little while.
Yeah.
Because when the Monitor says there's 7 heroes throughout space and time.
Yeah.
And Hecklin goes to get,
Yeah,
Him,
goes
right?
goes to go get Tom Welling. So I mean,
which is so cool.
yeah, which means Tom Welling's one of the 7. John Wesley Shipp's Flash is one of the 7. Black Lightning is one of the 7. What's there? Burt Ward. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be one of the 7. But maybe he's not gonna show up for like most of it. I think he's gonna do more of like what looks like Kevin Conroy's Batman's gonna do is like be like give more of like knowledge than actually.
See, that would be cool to
being in
have
there.
them go get Burt Ward, and that's where Chris O'Donnell's at.
And then we have
Plethora of Robins.
Burt Ward and Chris O'Donnell meet.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And then we have Kevin Conroy as one. So that's 5, and then I can't think of his name right now.
Hail Caesar said, "What about Reverse Flash going back in time? It's all in flux."
I hope Reverse Flash plays a
A role
role
in Crisis.
I
in
think
Crisis.
it will. And then I can't think of his name right now. Brandon Routh. His Kingdom Come Superman is going to be the 6th one out of the 7. We don't know
Is
who the
Adam
7th.
gonna go get him?
That would be funny.
That would be super funny
But it looks like Tyler Hoechlin goes. But it would be funny if it was
to
Tyler
get the
Hoechlin
Superman.
and
I know.
the Adam.
You're just a handsome looking man. Like some like funny comment.
Yeah. But as of Tuesday, my theory on who the 7th person was between Rosenbaum, Ginger Wally, and Red Death. I've eliminated Red Death because it's like I don't think they're gonna use the 7th person as like to set up a character for the rest of a season. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna eliminate Red Death from that. And then Rosenbaum. Well, my thing was
You don't think that they would do that to be able to set him up afterwards so that we saw him? Because if we've never seen Red Death before, to be able to introduce him in the Crisis, he does whatever he does.
I think if we do, I don't think he's gonna be like a major role. I think it's gonna be like we get like something tiny here for like Earth 3 Bruce Wayne, and then that's it. And then it comes back later and it's like, okay, you should have stopped him.
Established it, yeah.
You should have stopped him in Crisis or done something to him in Crisis. And then Rosenbaum, I eliminated that one because it was between Rosenbaum and Ginger Wally. I kept on going back and forth between. But I was like,
Thinking that Rosenbaum was like playing us, saying that he wasn't
Yeah.
gonna be there, but surprise.
yeah. My thing is,
Fooled you!
if he was telling the truth, then that means that he's not going to be in it. But it's like if he was like trying to like mess
Play
with
us.
us, I think he's gonna show up with Tom Welling, or it's gonna be like a little like part because right now I'm reading the Crisis comic, but Harbinger's taken one person from each Earth,
Mm-hmm.
so it looks like they're gonna take one hero from each of those 7 Earths,
Because she became the
And then-
harbinger on the that last episode of
which
Arrow
Tom
tonight.
which Tom Welling would be that one hero from that Earth that they're taking to help fight in Crisis. So that's why I eliminated Rosenbaum, and also why I chose Ginger Wally over that is because Arrow, you can't have more than one Green Arrow because I don't think there ever was more than one. I think it's just been Oliver Queen the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
it's
mean,
like
they've had like the other people that
mhm.
they had Arsenal, they had
Yeah,
the chick, Speedy. No,
yes,
was it Speedy? Okay.
yeah. So it's like with the show Arrow, they can't just like give it to somebody else because it's always been Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
So it's like that's one reason why
Well,
they're
there
ending that.
was that one flash forward where, who was it, had taken up the mantle of Green Arrow
Diggle's son.
in the show, yeah.
Yeah, it was Diggle's son back in season 1 of Legends.
Is that the same guy that was in the Sun in the last episode that I watched with you?
No, it was someone
Because it
different.
looked like a different dude.
Yeah, it was a different dude.
Did that change because of what Barry did when he did?
No, that's one thing people are still trying to figure out because first they had a daughter,
Yeah,
and then it changed,
they had a
and
boy.
then it changed from Flashpoint to.
That's
his
what I
son.
meant. Did Barry go into Flashpoint mess up things in the Arrowverse? Like that? Like switching from a daughter to a son?
The only one was Arrow, and that was the only
Okay.
thing. But another reason is like, I don't think after Arrow's done and Flash is gonna be done for a while, but after Flash is done, I don't think they're gonna have Batwoman or Supergirl or Legends or Black Lightning carry on the Arrowverse. They could, and then also they could also introduce more shows, but I don't think it will. I think Flash is gonna be the one to carry out the Arrowverse until the Arrowverse is done.
Yeah.
But in the comics, we've had more than one Flash. We've had both Wally West and Barry Allen. So it's like if they introduce Wally West now, get us attached to him, make him a series regular. I think that if they get us attached to Wally West, we could eventually see him take Grant Gustin's role if Grant Gustin ever has to step out of the role as Barry Allen. Like how Stephen Amell, he wanted to go for like 10 plus seasons for Arrow. He said that a few months before they announced season 8 was going to be the last season. So it's like,
If he can't, someone
Yeah.
needs to.
yeah, if you can't, someone needs to. So I'm thinking that for however long the Arrowverse is going to go on, they're going to end it with Wally West if they need to. So I think they're going like for the long run after Crisis.
Caleb just says, I'm sad that Lois and Jimmy from Superman Returns aren't reprising their roles. That would have been cool.
Well,
Kalia says,
Jimmy would have been cool. I don't know so much about Kate Bosworth.
Kalia says, how are they going to grab Black Lightning in Crisis, his show after part 2 of Crisis on Infinite Earths? Caleb said Black Lightning unfortunately won't be affected much. The showrunner was basically forced to participate in the crossover. Jack says Bart Allen was the Flash. And then Caleb says the showrunner for Black Lightning wanted his show to be a self-contained Earth, but CW vetoed that.
Yep. And honestly, I think Black Lightning needs to be a part of everything.
It looks cool in the previews, just seeing him and Barry with their lightning and stuff is like, oh.
Yeah, well, I think Black Lightning, you know, all these shows that are together like this, that are connected, I think they benefit from that. And I think Black Lightning actually has a lot more issues and has a harder climb because people watch some of these shows that they're not even interested in because they want to see how it all connects and they want to see what's going on within universe, right? It's like people who collect comics that they're not really into that character, but like they want to know what's going on in the same universe as the comic universe, right? To kind of keep up on that, and so they'll read it at least or something. I think it only helps Black Lightning to be a part of the Arrowverse instead of just trying to be its own thing.
Yeah, and one thing I'm saying since season 1, it's like I could see Black Lightning, like his show being a part of the Arrowverse, like easily accessible and like him showing up often.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised that he didn't show up last year in Elseworlds, but I'm glad that he's showing up now in Crisis.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, those are great theories, Isaac. I think that those are all strong ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, and like someone pointed, Bart Allen was also one, so I'm thinking we're gonna have a second Flash by the end of Crisis. That's gonna be like regularly in the series.
Caleb just says, I think after Crisis they need to cross over more. They used to have characters jump shows. They have mini crossovers, like when the Atom went to the Flash in the musical episode. And then Kalia said it's so sad Black Lightning Kid's not going to be in Crisis. It was confirmed.
Yeah, it's too bad, but I think that goes back to what you said, that they're gathering one hero from each universe, so when they
to help them fight.
Yeah, so
because Harbinger got one hero from 15 Earths.
Because you know from the way that he is on Black Lightning that he's going to be like, no, I'm going to go to keep you guys safe. I'm going to be the one to help fix this and make this right.
Yeah, but it looks like Black Lightning's world gets destroyed.
Yeah, because which trailer was it? It was one of the trailers.
Yep.
It almost looked like.
What's up, Game Creator 360?
But you also saw that what he's been going through, though, on his show. There's a lot of stuff going on this season.
Yeah, so, you know...
Especially now with, what's his name?
That goes back, though, to my point, though, that I believe that just because a world disappears doesn't mean it's gone.
Like
Well,
the snap.
Like, yeah, the snap. I think there's a way to undo it, or something like that, or a way that it comes back as it was, but in...
Yeah, it was like you said in one of the videos is when they showed Iris just like disappearing. We know that Iris isn't gonna be gone after this, and
but that was the flashback of Barry showing the different ways that he was trying to save everyone.
Yeah, and if it is like our Iris, that's Earth 1, and that our Earth 1's not gonna be gone after Crisis. It's still gonna be there after Crisis.
Yeah, those are all good points. All really, really good points.
He's been thinking about this.
Yeah.
Really, really good points. Well, guys, how far are we away right now? He's got the countdown.
I have to go back to my phone. I have to figure out why it's not displaying over to my watch. 21 hours and 15 minutes.
With you.
21 hours and 15 minutes from now, Crisis.
How far away is Star Wars?
Uh, 12 days.
Guys, how far away is the Mark Uno video?
I don't know.
Hoping to drop that on Tuesday. So we got lots of fun stuff going on here at the channel, guys. That's right. We got lots of fun stuff going on the channel. Obviously, we'll be live streaming each night for Crisis on Infinite Earths. We'll have giveaways each night, so you're gonna want to watch. And
Oh, yeah, that would be
watch
awesome.
It,
I
watch
like
it
her.
with us.
Wait,
She says, I hope Dreamer from Supergirl is going to be in Crisis. I
Oh,
saw photos of it. I actually like her.
Stargirl's
And then Caleb said, never mind, Photoshopped tweet.
Stargirl's gonna be DC Universe, right?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind.
No. They're actually saying now that Stargirl may come to CW.
Okay.
Because she's tested so well, the show is tested so well that they're saying that because they need kind of a hit, you know, and so they're saying that they may actually now bring the show to the CW. In fact, that might have been confirmed. Stargirl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got
The chick who
giveaways.
played her on Legends?
No.
No,
Oh.
totally new. I don't know how they're gonna retcon that, but
Yeah, because it
we'll
was
see.
because they showed Stargirl in the JLA.
Yeah.
But
Legends.
so each night we got a giveaway for Crisis on Infinite Earths. Next Tuesday, the music video for Lies by Mark Uno. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what that is, if you know who Mike Zero is, the guy who does crazy Star Wars theories and makes stuff up out of his butt, I actually do some parody videos of him, and I've actually done a song called Lies, which will drop on iTunes and Spotify and music video.
Buck theories.
And actually right now, if you sign up for our Patreon and you give any amount at all, the song is up there right now. It's live. You can actually listen to the song right now. All you got to do, you can give $1, and it's there. And if you like the song, and I'll say this, Darth Tasty and William have been talking about it all week, but they just
They
love
use
the
words
song.
like epic and phenomenal.
Yep. And so if you want to get a sneak peek of what the song is, the whole song is up there, and then once the song drops, I'll actually send you an MP3 if you'd like it of the song for your very own. And then so that's all happening. Then of course the week after that we've got Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So it's a good time to be a nerd. There's lots of
Isaac just thought of something he said.
Is I think it was 4 or 5 days ago that how they said it was the final trailer, but it wasn't.
yeah.
Is when Kate, when Kate and Kara go find Batman, and she automatically recognizes Kevin Conroy as
Yeah.
She goes, Bruce?
So,
Yeah.
So does that mean that Earth One's? I mean, not Earth One.
That's what he
her
Is that
Earth's-
her Batman?
Her Earth's Batman is Kevin Conroy also. So it's like if we eventually get Bruce Wayne, or if we ever get Bruce Wayne, is it gonna
It's a
be,
younger version of Kevin Conroy.
or is he gonna come back and continue the
Is
live
there a
action
reason why
Batman?
Kevin Conroy looks just like
Her Earth?
just like what's his name who played Lionel Luthor on Smallville?
Is it John Glover?
Yeah, John Glover. Yeah.
Caleb just says there's a tweet going around saying that Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, is reprising his role from Green Lantern animated series as the voice of the Anti-Monitor. I don't know if it's real though. And then Gamer Creator 360 said, who would win in a fight, Black Lightning or the Flash?
Flash.
Because Black Lightning's power comes from his suit, and even
Oh,
if it
that's
does,
not
well,
suit.
it's not necessarily a suit. We
The
learned it
suit
this
harnesses
season.
it.
It harnesses the power, but Barry has everything else. He has speed to get away. He's got so much more that he could do.
Yeah, he's got enough powers that he can.
I just wish that we were getting static before Crisis.
I know, because it's showing up.
Static is showing up on Black Lightning.
Static Shock.
Very cool character to show up on that. It's a good character to show up on that show.
And
As it should be.
in that one Comic Con we went to, when Logan and I went to that panel, is they were saying how eventually on the show they want Static Shock.
They got it this season.
Yeah, so it's like now they're getting
And
it.
it's cool how they're doing it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all good stuff. So lots of fun theories, lots of fun ideas, guys.
We shall
and
see starting tomorrow how much of that plays out.
I can't believe that it's this close. I'm blown away that it's literally this close.
Caleb says, what should the next crossover be? And Gabe says, because it's awesome. I will watch The Flash till the end because it's awesome.
So here's a question. In January, when they finish Crisis on Infinite Earths, do they announce the next crossover? Like they did
Oh, a
with-
year before.
like they did with on Elseworlds.
Caleb says I'm holding out eventually for
Oh.
a new 52 crossover.
I don't know the story of this comic storyline, but it's like, what if it's Infinite Crisis?
It'd be a little soon for Infinite Crisis.
I don't know the story behind that. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know the storyline of that, but it's like. I
Well,
don't know.
Infinite Crisis though, you'd have to have Superboy.
Oh
Superboy
yeah.
Prime, because Superboy Prime plays such a key role in that in Infinite Crisis. I know they got Gerard Christopher though.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
So he's actually dead.
Yeah, really. Like, whoa, hold on, wait a second. What if that's a huge setup for Infinite Crisis, that we think that Superman's dead because he's Superboy, and it turns out that he's actually Superboy Prime?
Caleb says that or Blackest Night.
Yeah.
Blackest Night. I would dig them setting up a
Isn't that a Lantern thing?
a
Blackest
lantern
Night?
thing, yeah.
But aren't they doing Green Lantern on HBO?
Yeah, HBO
Max.
yeah. So I
Oh.
doubt we'll probably see too much in that way on CW, but it'd be cool.
Gabe says I want Crisis to be here, but I don't because I love the theories.
My guess.
No.
My guess with them like showing it in the trailer and then also looking like they're making Tyler Hoechlin and Superman like more prominent like in Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we may get Death of Superman next year.
You could do Death of Superman. You could do.
Like make the first half Death of Superman, second half Reign of Superman.
That'd be cool. I would dig seeing like a Reign of the Superman kind of deal.
But they've already done like.
So there's also apparently there's this big rumor that they're going to age up Jonathan Kent and that they're going to do a Super Sons team up between Superboy and Robin, which would be interesting. And I've already said I've got the kid that needs to play Superboy, because this kid, I'm telling you, at our church, he's an actor. He's in a new movie getting ready to come out called Deviant. And it's a new short film, and he's been up for a bunch of stuff, Disney Plus and different things. He's still waiting for that big break, but he's a really good kid. We've actually talked about interviewing him for the channel because he's that good, and he's got a great personality, and he's they're constantly flying out to LA and everything, trying to for auditions and all this stuff, and so
Or movies that they can't talk about.
movies and stuff that they can't talk about
Yet.
in the works, and so. I've said that the kid looks a lot like Jonathan Kent.
Oh, heck yeah.
I mean, he's a little young,
Yeah.
but it'd be cool if they gave it a couple years for him to age into the role a little bit. So,
Yeah.
age him up to about that 11, 12 years old, and then let him age into the role a little bit. That'd be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I want to see as far as like a big event crossover. Because I mean, like, what do you?
Because I remember last year for Elseworlds, all of us were guessing like, oh, maybe this will be next year before that final episode.
Yeah. I mean, where do you go from Crisis on Infinite Earths is the problem.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great crossovers. Don't get me wrong. But Crisis kind of.
But I think they had to do this because it's like you got shows like Legends that we know isn't going to last long.
Yeah.
You've got shows like Arrow that is ending.
Yeah.
So it's like all these Supergirl is kind of like winding down. It's like, so out of this Crisis, it looks like it's going to close down some of these eventually,
Yeah.
and then keep the ones that are going strong, and then maybe this is going to help us if they announce next year's thing. That'll maybe bring in some new shows.
Maybe we'll see more from the DC universe.
We'll be able to see it and be like, hey, we're showing you this in a preview. Now we got a year to get this going.
I don't know about the new 52 stuff, because I don't think that a lot of people would really want to see new 52 stuff, because new 52 was so controversial.
Jack said,
anyways.
how and when will Static show up? It's just getting started over
Yeah.
there.
It's either just starting it.
It's getting started.
What have they done so far to lay the seeds for that?
Pretty much just show that he has powers.
Because
So he is a character on the show.
he is. He goes to the younger daughter's school, and
He's a new student.
yeah, he's a new student, and she's been finding a way to harness her powers because in the previous season she doesn't know how to handle it. She, because of the way her power is. So she's learning to kind of hone in with it. But there's times in like duress where all of a sudden it's like, you know, her eyes start changing and she starts glowing because of, you know, what her powers are. And he started noticing that, and he went to go to kind of stop her. And when she went to go kind of like, I don't want to say like not explode, but it's like she get almost like she gets too much power and she doesn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to like stop
And
it.
so
or
he
contain it.
he kind of like takes on that. He was kind of taking it on so she wouldn't.
Mm.
And so, and then all of a sudden she's like, what? Like she realized, you know, I'm a meta pretty much, you know, and what are you? And it was like he was kind of taking on that power so she wouldn't explode kind of feeling. And so that's where they kind of connected. And then she even kind of like put her powers at him and he kind of like absorbed them. And so it was like this, they were kind of like trying it out to kind of see what he can do.
Hmm.
And it's really kind of cool the way they're trying to figure that out.
One, I was looking at like the huge like crossovers like post Crisis like in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could do Panic in the Sky.
Panic in the Sky. Yes! Do Panic in the Sky. I want Panic in the Sky. That's what I want. I want Panic in the Sky. Totally. I was sitting here thinking, trying to think about stuff that I'd want to see, and I completely forgot about Panic in the Sky. Bring me some Brainiac on a new Superman show, and Superman will be a season in by then. Holy crap! Panic in the Sky. I want Panic in the Sky.
And we already have a version of Brainiac on Supergirl.
Well, they've had it on Supergirl and they've had a version on on the show Krypton.
Yeah, but they've got
I'm talking
they
about,
got
like, in the
Brainy
Arrowverse.
from the future, obviously
Yeah.
on Supergirl.
So obviously we know Brainiac is in the Arrowverse.
Yes, so you bring in
He's concerned
Brainiac,
about Daddy.
Brainiac on the Superman and Lois show, and do Panic in the Sky. Oh, that would be phenomenal, and that would be something that would need everybody together once again to do. Oh, Panic in the Sky, Caleb, come on.
Caleb says, oh, what if they do an adaptation of Rebirth where even more past actors show up as an aftermath to Crisis? Gabe says, is it just me or did no one else cry when the red sky appeared?
At the end of Arrow.
Oh, we knew the red sky was coming for Arrow because of Flash. But as soon as the talks that he had with everybody and Harbinger showed up, and then she goes, Crisis is starting, and all of a sudden he has that moment with his daughter Mia where she finally accepts it, and she's crying and he's tearing up, and it's like they turn and the sky turns red. It was kind of like the emotion of everything.
It was kind of like
Not the sky
now it
turning red,
happens.
because we know now when that happens at each show, it's like, okay, we're ready for Crisis.
What? I'm sorry, you said Panic in the Sky, and I lost it. What?
Yeah.
What else was there that you were thinking maybe?
that was it. But one that I was thinking, I was like, it would be really cool, but I don't see it ever happening
Caleb
because
said no, Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babel's no, or well, I mean the problem is we don't really have Batman,
yeah,
so there's a lot of stuff like what was it, Doom? What was the one? What was the one where like Batman has the watchtower, being able to spy on all the heroes and stuff, and they all get ticked off at him and stuff. They made a cartoon of it.
And one I was thinking of was like, I don't think they'll ever do it because there's already a show on a streaming service for this. There's like one I think would be cool would be Doomsday Clock. But I don't see them ever doing that.
Yeah, probably not with Watchmen
Being on
being on
HBO.
HBO right now.
Yeah, so I was like, they're not gonna do that.
And they already
That's
did
supposed
like
to be
a
first
version of
Crisis.
Flashpoint, even though they didn't actually do Flashpoint.
Caleb says have a crossover where Batman and Batwoman has contingencies for the League.
Yeah, well, that would be the one that I was talking about. I just don't know. It could work, but I don't. Without it being Batman, I don't know if I'd want it to work because Batwoman, she's not as cool as Batman is, and I don't want to establish her as like, oh, Batwoman has contingencies for everybody too. Like Batwoman's that far advanced because she's just not.
Look at this one.
I was thinking it was like maybe Armageddon.
Oh,
Because I'm kind of reading like the synopsises of.
here comes the dog
He's like, I gotta get my legs in.
making a cameo appearance.
I want to sit on Mom and across Isaac and waggle my tail in his face so I can lick
One
Daddy's
show
face.
that I could actually see the Arrowverse doing after Legends ends or before Legends ends is a Suicide Squad TV show. Because they've done it on Arrow before. They've used
Gabe
the
says
Suicide Squad
Justice
before.
League.
I'd like to see a Justice League kind of combination thing where it's like, you know, I mean, because it's kind of what we're seeing now, but like for them to actually form the Justice League, that'd be cool too. How about
It's a League of Justice.
how about Justice League versus Legion of Doom? Make a Legion of Doom of all the villains, like of all the major villains and stuff. Because now we've got Lex Luthor, right? You have some of these other characters and stuff, and you actually make a Legion of Doom, and all the characters have to come together to take on the Legion of Doom.
One thing I think would be cool, but it's like a very
What do you
long shot after Crisis,
Mm-hmm.
is
Heck yeah.
Darkseid still around after Smallville's done?
Caleb just said Worlds Collide, where DC crosses over with other CW shows, Supernatural, Archie, etc.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be good too. World's
That would be
Collide.
tasty.
Except for Supernatural's going away now, so.
Yeah. Does Darkseid is Darkseid still around after Smallville? Like in the comics and stuff.
Spoilers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he doesn't like
He
kill
doesn't
him.
go away.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so let's say it's like a very long shot, but it's like, what if Darkseid somehow comes from that Earth to?
Well, with the Superman
Villains.
thing now, Darkseid, like an Omega. What was that? What was that? It was Omega. I can't remember. Apocalypse, was it, or something like that? I can't remember what it was, but yeah, a Darkseid story done
Start
well.
setting him up.
Start setting him up in the Superman universe. I like either Panic in the Sky or a Darkseid story, for sure.
Because I think it would be cool to see like a Superman story like crossover.
Eduardo says the Anti-Monitor looks like Thanos.
I just think it's funny that the Arrow writers are making fun of Anti-Monitor, saying he looks like he's dehydrated.
He does. He looks like a prune or like a raisin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so every day the Arrow's writers room is always tweeting like, okay, what's your water count for today? Like how much water have you
jeez.
drink?
That's funny.
So I'm doing that every day.
All right, guys. Well, hey, there's lots of cool theories,
Mhm.
lots of cool ideas, but these were some of our last minute thoughts. And then tomorrow we just get to sit back
And watch it all
And
happen.
see what happens.
and watch it all.
The
And
first half
so,
of it.
Laugh, cry, everything in between.
So I am pretty excited about
I'm pumped.
about all these things.
Oh yeah, one last thing. It's not very huge.
What
it's
time
like,
does it start tomorrow night?
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yeah, but one thing that you pointed out is that scene when at the end that they show at the end of every Arrowverse show is when it shows.
Red Sky.
No, when it shows Pariah and he's underground.
Oh yes, I noticed that.
Crisis starts at the 8th, which means it would have started on the 8th in the shows. But that thing with Pariah says it happens on the 9th.
Wells, when he's in front of that thing and those letters,
Uh-huh.
that is at the end of it was at the end of Arrow, it was at the end of Flash,
It was the end of Batwoman.
and it says,
Supergirl.
when he's standing there in front of that wall before the dude
Mhm.
talks to him, it says December 9th.
11:59 p.m. So it's like, why?
Almost the 10th.
Yeah, so it's like, does he become Pariah at the very end of
That's
the
what we're trying
like
to
the
figure
Flash
out.
episode? But it's like, then why would?
Because tomorrow's the 8th.
But
And
that's
even
like,
if they're doing
yeah.
it that way, it
Well,
said the 9th.
wouldn't that be at the end of the Supergirl episode?
Supergirl starts it on Sunday.
maybe
The Supergirl starts it or Batwoman?
Supergirl,
Supergirl.
And then Batwoman is Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and then Flash is.
So at the end,
Tuesday.
so at the end of Batwoman.
Yeah. So it's like, then why would you have Pariah but not do it all of?
We may have to see what happens to the
Crisis.
story.
Definitely interesting theories.
Yeah.
But guys, hey, it's a lot of fun to theorize about it. It's a lot of fun to think about it, and it'll be a lot of fun to see where this thing goes to. Thanks for joining us tonight for our live stream of our final thoughts and theories.
Fan theories.
And thank you for all your theories and your ideas. You guys help the whole thing just keep going and the conversation going. And I just love it when we get off talking about the old Batman movies and
Yep.
all that fun stuff, because you know what? It's all fun. It's all a ton of fun, and it's great stuff to think about. And who knows what we're gonna see in this crossover by the time it's done. I'm sure
You
that there will
keep
be
getting-
plenty of moments of us just standing or sitting looking at the television like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they did that.
And we're gonna get a lot of cool scenes.
Yeah.
Because especially with the still with I Brandon Ross, Kingdom Come Superman, how he's just like this, just holding Tyler Hoechlin Superman.
Right.
It's like we already know that scene's gonna be cool.
Yep.
And then we know everybody's gonna be like all geeked out like when Tom Welling shows up for the first time in Crisis. As we all know, like all of us gonna be super excited for that.
Yep. Oh, I know. I mean, when Tom Welling comes on, we're just gonna be like, you think they'll play the theme music again?
Somebody
It was a little weird last time. It
Yeah.
kind of like was like, what? Where'd that come
Yeah,
from?
caught everybody off guard. It was like, wait, what? Why?
Yeah, like why are we playing? I
Yeah.
mean, I get it that they were setting up to let us know where they were,
Yeah.
but really they weren't even.
It was like, why did you need that?
They didn't have those characters on there. It was just the farm.
Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't even like it was the farm, but it wasn't like they were showing stuff like from the show.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of weird, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But it was a precursor
Yeah.
for having him on. So hey, last idea and thought.
Mm-hmm.
Percentage wise, did you think we actually see Michael Rosenbaum
I was about to talk
as
about
Lex
Rosenbaum.
Luthor show up? What do you think the percentage chance is, Isaac?
I say the least we get of Rosenbaum is a cameo.
I know, but I mean, what do you think the percentage chance is that
That
he
we
actually
see
shows up? What do you think the chances are?
I say 75% chance.
75% chance.
Because they went to him first out of all of the people for Smallville.
And he
They went to him first.
turned him down.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they go to him first? He turns him down, and then all of a sudden we get
Tom Welling.
Erica Durance, and then we get Tom Welling. So it's like, then why wouldn't Rosenbaum be like, okay, now I'm in? Or maybe because they saw
I've been in the
Rosenbaum.
whole time. I've just been
Yeah.
playing you guys.
Yeah.
I'm ghosting you.
Or maybe was that the reason why the other two signed? Was because
Bryce said
Rosenbaum?
30%.
Bryce did. Okay, Bryce is 30%. Tiffany, what is your percentage?
90.
90%. You're convinced pretty much that he's going to definitely be in it.
I think that he's playing us.
Yeah. I have a strong feeling he'll show up, but I'm not expecting it.
So
And I'm not saying big role, even if it's a cameo,
Yeah.
like, hey guys, bye guys, I got a ball cap on.
he walks in and out. It's literally Clark goes to fight with everybody, and it shows him walk through a portal, and around the corner, all of a sudden Michael Rosenbaum pops out like this and looks around the corner, and it's old stock footage from Smallville.
Jack Strange says, would it be funny if Michael shows up as a Wally West?
Yes. See, now that's what I thought he might do in the original, anyways, because he voiced Wally West in.
Watch.
Yeah, watch it. Look, he voiced Wally West in the Justice League cartoon, so that would have been great. I still say that at some point we get some kind of animated scene where we see animated characters from an animated universe. I still say that. I would put out. I'd say 75% chance that happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go between you two. Between your 75 and your 90, I'm gonna say 80% chance Michael Rosenbaum shows up. Why would you make such a big deal? We haven't heard anybody else pretty much say like publicly like this, like
oh, I was
this far.
offered this.
I was
Go
offered
as
it,
far as
but
to
I
tweet
didn't.
it
I'm not
and-
going to do it. To try to, I mean, because all that does is like tick off the fans, and all that does is cause controversy and stuff like that. Like, why would you go through all of that trouble just to say that? And we know that Michael Rosenbaum is such a
Fanboy.
well, he's a fanboy, but he's also such like a prankster. I mean, anytime you watch like any of these.
Even his podcast, he's like not
Mhm.
serious. In
Yeah,
I know.
that's what I'm saying. Anytime you watch the Smallville reunion stuff at different Comic Cons and stuff, he's the one making jokes and like acting weird and funny and
He's the
stuff
one
like.
that started the Nerf gun joke between all of them. Have you seen those videos?
No.
When like a group of like people from Smallville go to like those like expos, like those events, they always have like one of those like one dart like Nerf guns, and those randomly like during like say like Rosenbaum's booth is like right here, and then say like Tom Welling's right behind him. He'll pull the curtain for Tom Welling and just shoot him right in the ear or something. And
Really?
They pull like the curtain back, and he started that. So now between like every event they go to, there's always at least like 5 videos of different people
Nice.
doing that.
Nice. Yeah, and so I don't see him not showing up for something like this. 'Cause I
Bryce
think-
says, imagine what if what's her name from the failed Wonder Woman pilot show, the chick from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up, the one who's on Orville.
Oh yeah, Padecki. Is it Padecki? Adrian Padecki? Padecki? Your name, right?
I don't know. You can say it
Yeah.
5 more times. It still doesn't know.
Is it Padecki? Is it Padecki? Is it Padecki? Maybe Padecki. I think it's
It's
Padecki.
about as fast as much as you said something in the sky.
Panic in the Sky?
Panic at the Disco?
No, Panic in the Sky.
Oh,
It was a great comic book series. I've got the comic books upstairs. They're awesome. So it was a great story.
okay, finish your theories because I'm hungry.
Okay, so, but,
It's late here.
so I'm going to go 80%. I'm going to go 80% on Rosenbaum.
Adrian Pilecki bracelet.
Adrian Pilecki. Pilecki. There it is. Not Padecki. Pilecki. I was close. I was a letter off. Pilecki?
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Hungry, hangry.
All right, guys. So, hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, guys. We just we love talking about this stuff. We can talk about this stuff all night long. So, and I know we're gonna be talking about this stuff until we sit down and actually watch.
Tonight, tomorrow,
Nice.
today.
Darth Tastiness said, I just walked outside looking to see if there was a dog in my front yard and then realized it was just Wookiee I'm hearing.
Nice.
You're welcome. Sorry.
When you got it on your big screen, hey, what are you gonna do?
Because he heard the...
Yeah.
Because I just texted the boys, so someone's got to take the dog to the bathroom.
Nice.
Sorry
Very
about
fun.
that.
Very fun.
Bryce just says, you got a new sub for me.
Awesome, Bryce. We're so glad to have you aboard, man. I tell you what, that's what we do here at this channel. We just have some fun. We do live streams. We talk.
So come back tomorrow. We're live streaming the Crisis on Infinite Earths. We're doing it every night. We're doing toy giveaways. So
Yeah, we got giveaways
Come
going
join.
on and all kinds of fun stuff all week long. So, so yes, welcome. We are glad to have you with this
welcome
nerdy
to the
group.
nerd family.
We always say, we joke about it. We're like, hey, it's a grassroots effort, one sub at a time. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'd love to get to 10,000 here close, but we're about at 7,500 subscribers right now, and we'll get there. But this is how we'll do it. Is just by being us.
Slow and steady
And-
wins the race.
That's right. That's right. Unless you're the Flash. All right, guys. Until next time. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with the lovely,
Tiftastic.
and of course,
Isaac Juan Kenobi.
saying, "It's Crisis." Hopefully, I get my voice back after Crisis.
You know
Yeah,
what'd be
really.
Cool is if we got an interaction between Rosenbaum's Lex and the Supergirl Lex.
That would be cool.
Don't start new theories when I'm trying to turn off the camera. All right. Say goodnight, Tiff.